Hi, I'm Elizabeth, and I'm making this video in response to the many requests I have for the recipe for my hummus. This is actually the second video I'm making, so I'm hoping that the sound is a little bit better on it. So there's two videos out there, same recipe. Let me tell you a little bit about hummus before I get started. I'm going to use 2 cans of garbanzo beans to make it. I'm going to use some feta cheese, a little crushed red pepper. I'm actually going to use one fresh clove of garlic, some oregano, some basil, and I use classic olive oil. And I put it all together in the food processor. It's very easy, takes less than 5 minutes to make it. The great thing about hummus is I think some people just really think of it as a dip, like for pita bread or chips, but actually hummus is great on sandwiches. It's excellent with salmon and chicken, so as an accompaniment to a meat dish. And surprisingly, I hate Brussels sprouts, but if I have hummus, I love Brussels sprouts. So it just changes food up a little bit, kind of like wine and cheese. It just changes things up, and you have to play with it and see how you like it. There's different variations. You can add crushed red pepper. You can add sun-dried tomatoes, and just a couple of other things if you want to play with it a little bit. Some people put pine nuts in it. I'm just going to show you the basic hummus recipe. Once you get that down, you can add other things to it, but always the basic part will stay the same. So I'm just going to pour these ingredients in here. It's my 2 cans of garbanzo beans. I used low sodium, already drained them. I'm going to put some basil, and I know some people are real sticklers about measuring. That might be a teaspoon of basil. The oregano, I put quite a bit of oregano in my hummus. It's just loaded up. Of course, anytime you can use fresh ingredients like fresh oregano, fresh basil, I highly recommend doing that. I really am making this video kind of with stuff you probably have in your cupboard right now. Now this is garlic salt, and I just use a little bit of garlic salt. It doesn't take much. And that's the basic, that with the olive oil. I'm going to go ahead now and add crushed red pepper because I like a little bit of a bite in my hummus. I like it a little spicy. And my Turkish friend Kim is the one who told me about this. So, hi Kim. I love the crushed red pepper in my hummus. You can use it too with chips if you want to eat it like a bean dip. People love hummus, and it's easy, and it's very healthy, and they usually have a fit over it. This is the garlic, 1 clove of garlic I'm going to put in here. Now you can use more garlic if you love garlic, and I do love garlic very much. I think I sweat garlic. Another thing before I start, and again, it's just a process where you put all the ingredients in there and then you just blend them all up and you're kind of done. A lot of questions I get are about the olive oil. I use classic, not virgin olive oil. You can use either, but you just have to figure out which one you like better. I use at least 2/3 of a cup of olive oil. I'm not going to say a whole cup, although some people say I use a whole cup. But don't be afraid of the olive oil. It does take a lot, and when you're using it, you'll know by the consistency. If it doesn't blend creamy, add a little more olive oil. My daughter Holly likes to put pecani sauce in her hummus, and that's okay. That's good if you like that. I like mine like this. And this is going to be a little loud, so I'm sorry. That should be it. I'm going to do a little taste test here. You cannot go wrong with this stuff. It is perfect every time. Add the feta cheese, and this is a good time when you can add your sun-dried tomatoes if that's what you like, or your pine nuts if that's what you like. I think some people use tahini in their hummus. I think that's more of a Turkish or maybe an Indian thing. This is just my traditional Greek hummus. So there's different variations. This is the way I like it. And I get a lot of compliments on it. If you try it, I'm sure that you will like it too. It's perfect. It's yummy. And like I said, you can eat it with anything. You can just put it between bread and eat it like a sandwich. Or if you're like me, you can eat it right out of the bowl. You almost just can't go wrong with hummus. So I finished the hummus, put it in a dish. I wanted to kind of go over with pita bread how I do it, because I don't use cold pita bread. I always warm the pita bread in a skillet. I just put olive oil in the skillet, some garlic salt, and I just flip it on each side. And real quick, warm it real fast. It doesn't take but a second. Pull it out and then cut it with a pizza cutter. Otherwise, you're good to go. Like I said, you could eat it with just a spoon, and it is absolutely yummy. I hope you enjoy it.